Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today we're going to be reviewing the DC Multiverse Emperor Joker Build-A-Figure Wave action figures, which were revealed at SDCC 2018. Do these action figures warrant their hefty, staggering, exorbitant, lofty premium prices of over $20 each, or should you desist, abstain, refrain, and eschew buying them? In my objective opinion, I believe these action figures are meritorious, worthwhile, and should be flaunted on your shelves. You should consider buying them, even though they cost unaffordable prices. So, which action figures are part of the wave? Let's delve into the nitty-gritty. So, as you guys unequivocally know, the wave is comprised of 7 figures, which encompass Black Canary, Ninja Batman, Emperor Joker, which is a Build-A-Figure, Green Lantern John Stewart, Wally West Flash, aka Kid Flash, Starfire, and of course, Dick Grayson, who's also known as Nightwing. The alias is preferable over his real moniker. Now, what do I think about these figures? Well, I'm going to showcase all of them, so just bear with me. At the moment, you can only see 3, but we're going to flaunt more of them in a bit. So, let's review them one at a time. First, we have the Nightwing figure. This figurine is intricately detailed. Well, to keep this video more succinct and more concise and more meaningful, I'm just going to summarize what I think about all the figures in the wave, and then I'll quickly touch on what I think about the individual figures. All these figures are worthy of their price points they command because they have high quality sculpts, high quality decos, high quality designs, high quality aesthetics, high quality paint applications, high quality textures, high quality accessories, and they have tremendous latitude for dynamic posability due to having articulation in all the requisite areas, meaning they've double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, interchangeable hands. They can rotate all their appendages, and they literally can be displayed in thousands of poses that you could conceive of. But let's look at them one at a time real briefly. I love this Nightwing. He's ineffably epic. I love taking a gander at him. He truly emulates his comic book appearance. Again, you could truly see the artistry of the Four Horsemen Studios emanating out of this figure. In other words, it looks like the Four Horsemen Studios company presided over the production of this figure, just because the sculpt is practically on par with the DC Universe Classics figure. And he seems to have more of a modernized look, but I do love the design. It's unique, it's novel, and it's appealing. And I can't really pinpoint or ascertain any major flaws or even any minor flaws. He comes with interchangeable hands, the batons, and the light blue contrasts well with the black color scheme, so it's just a befitting design to say the least. Next we have the Ninja Batman, which is one of the most spectacular figurines in this wave. He comes with 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, so he comes with a grand total of 6 hands, I believe. He comes with 2 sheaths, which may be obscured in the photo. He comes with a cape, obviously a cowl, which is not removable, and he comes with 2 katanas. So the scabbards are likely non-removable. I'm presuming that the katanas can be wielded. I'm hoping that one of them is not relegated to the sheath, but if it is, then so be it. But he has a semi-clenched hand, so he can definitely wield at least one of them, but the other one is likely wieldable as well. Now, the deco of this Ninja Batman is truly inexplicably epic, to say the least. Words can't do it justice. He has a very unique utility belt. It's truly eye candy. It truly sticks out. And he has more of a modernized design. But he's donning a Ninja S Batman wardrobe, so he looks like he could be derived from a time of antiquity. And this costume may draw parallels to his Rebirth costume. If you keep up with the comics, you'll be able to compare and contrast the Rebirth costume to the Ninja Batman costume for yourself, and see whether or not they are truly akin to one another. So, I like this variant of Batman. It's truly uncanny, it's truly off-kilter, it's truly unconventional, it's truly a novelty. And he just has so many fascinating details. I love the stripes. I love the bat symbol. I love the fact that he has a diaphragm joint. I love the fact that you can see the seam lines in his attire. I love the fact that his pants seem to be a bit wrinkled or crinkled. And his sleeves are definitely noticeable, to say the least. It's just truly a stellar design. Let's move on. Next we have the true appeal of the wave, or perhaps the utmost best figure in the wave. We have the Emperor Joker figure. Now, we have a variant of the Joker that has likely never been realized in action figure form. His cuffs are definitely bloated. They're clown-esque, to say the least. Again, you can see the seam lines in his clothing, just like you can with Batman's. I love his robe. It's truly befitting to the Joker. It even has a little flower protruding out of it, or the upper half of a flower protruding out of it. There's a multitude of color schemes, and they seem to contrast well with one another. And his hair is stationed upwards. He's utilizing a ponytail, which is something that we don't see. He has a giant grin on his face. He looks menacing, cunning, conniving, sadistic, and malicious. The Joker holds a grudge against Batman. He detests and disdains Batman. But this outfit truly embellishes the Joker's appearance in every facet. It's truly exquisite, and seems to be a more royal costume. It seems like something a noble or aristocrat would wear when attending some type of ceremony or party. I just can't take my eye off it. Seems as though there's a little ribbon on the wardrobe as well, but it's arduous to tell what the wardrobe truly has to offer until you see it in person. So you can only glean so much information from the photos. You really have to hold it firsthand to uncover all its full nitty-gritty details. And of course he comes with a pair of interchangeable hands. So that was a mouthful. Let's move on. Next we have John Stewart. Again we have the Green Lantern. We have the venerated, revered, illustrious, renowned Green Lantern from the Justice League series. He has more of a realistic face sculpt. I'm not too keen on displaying this Green Lantern over the other Green Lanterns I have, but it's a nice alternative if you're lacking the DCUC John Stewart Green Lantern figure. He seems to have a power-up effect. It looks like he's about to discharge some type of energy blast. Again, he has articulation of the requisite joints. He seemingly has an ankle rocker, a thigh cut, a diaphragm joint, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. He has joints in the hip. And of course he has joints in the shoulders, so you can articulate them any way you see fit, except you can't adjust the fingers. I'm unsure whether or not he comes with interchangeable hands, but I believe most, if not all, these figures do. So the next one up on the list is Starfire. She seems to have more of a neutral, vacant expression, but they definitely did a phenomenal job sculpting her face, and I think it's truly an improvement over the DCUC Starfire figure. The only preferable feature that figure had relative to this newer Starfire is that she had two fisted hands, I believe. I'm not sure whether or not this figure comes with fisted hands, but I truly find this figure to be spectacular. I like the translucent hair. I love how she looks like she's poised for battle. She has this stern look. And she looks like she's contemplating how she could give her adversaries a trouncing. So it's just a very nice sculpt. It's a bit weird that her upper arms are sleeveless and that her epidermis is showing on the shoulders and on the thighs, but it is what it is. Green Lantern, as you can unequivocally see, is more covered up. But the shadings, the decals, the hues, the aesthetics, the textures are very nice. I can't pinpoint any major or even minor flaws. Next we have the Kid Flash. He's the least exciting action figure. Apparently he's donning his Rebirth attire. I guess I prefer his yellow costume. This wardrobe, this attire, this outfit looks more akin to the attire that Barely Allen would wear. And
shut up!
I'm in the midst of recording a video. Alright, sorry about the interruption. Sorry about the digression. Let's get back to the review. I'm not too fascinated about this particular wardrobe because it's not very unique to Wally West. It should be relegated to Barry Allen's attire and not to Wally West's. Not to Wally West's attire. That sounded uncanny, but let's move on. Yeah. So, but definitely Other than that, if you don't mind having a figure that looks akin to your Barry Allen Flash figure, then by all means buy it, but it's probably the least exciting figure in the bunch. And then next to your Black Canary was an interchangeable head. The other head is not shown in this picture, but it has a happy, euphoric, elated visage. But this one is a stark contrast to the other head. The head that she's utilizing now shows her to be irate.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Please get a life. The head that she's utilizing right now shows her to be irate, livid, infuriated, enraged. So this head is more animated. It definitely has a bit more personality. And her costume is definitely gritty, to say the least. It looks akin to the outfit of a skater punk or someone from the 1950s. I'm just trying to think of what time period the black leather jacket attire was derived from. So actually, just disregard everything that I just mentioned about the attire. This attire is more similar to what someone from Greece would wear, or someone from the 1950s would wear, or someone who's like deemed to be a punk or a greaser would wear. So it's definitely epic, to say the least, and truly stands out. She also has the stockings, she has short shorts, and her upper abdomen is exposed as well, so it's definitely revealing attire for a hunk of plastic. But I just love the facial expression. It truly captures her scream. She looks like she's emitting sound waves out of her vocal folds. It would have been epic if they added in a sound wave effect, but maybe they will when the product is finally released. So as a totality, I'm not too ecstatic about the Green Lantern John Stewart figure. Again, it's over $20. All these figures are over $20 when you factor in the sales tax. The only figure that's more money is the Emperor Joker, because if you want to buy him, you're going to have to buy the entire wave as a totality for over $120, or you're going to have to buy him on eBay. But if you buy him on eBay, you'll likely have to pay over $50, because people are not going to relinquish it for a low sum. Especially when you have to buy all the figures in the wave to be able to assemble him. But yeah, the Green Lantern John Stewart should have been not inducted into the wave, and they should have omitted including the Wally West Rebirth Flash figurine from the wave, just because the costume is generic and bland and lacks its own unique personality. I'm loving the Starfire figurine, as well as the Black Canary figurine. She has more of a realistic facial sculpt. And you could even see the line on the tongue. Hopefully the belt doesn't come off. It would have been nice if her jacket was fully comprised of rubber and overlapped her arms, but it seems as though half of it is painted on and the other half is sculpted on. I have no problems with the Starfire figurine, except I don't think she comes with interchangeable hands. So it's a missed opportunity. At least she doesn't have an open hand. At least the other hand is semi-clenched together. But I'll likely pick up this variant of Nightwing, even though I already have nearly all the variants of Nightwing. I'll definitely buy the Ninja Batman if I can get these two aforementioned figurines for under $15. And I would love to get the Emperor Joker, but it's going to be outside the parameters of my budget. So truly the main appeal of the line is unequivocally the Emperor Joker, the Ninja Batman, the Starfire, the Nightwing. And if you're missing a Black Canary figure, she may have been part of the DC Signature Collection line. But if you're missing the Black Canary figure from one of the predecessor lines, then you should definitely pick this one up. So it's definitely a phenomenal wave overall, and I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 just because it's a bit pricey, and just because we're getting variants of characters we already have that look very similar to their significantly lower priced DC UC counterparts. These figures are priced 250% more than the DC UC action figures. Unlike the DC UC figures, they are not retailing for $8 each. They're retailing for over $20. So just bear that in mind. 7 out of 10, because they're going to make variants of characters we already have. The wardrobes, the attire should be more unique or more aesthetically appealing. I love the Ninja Batman. It would have been nice if we had a Ninja Green Lantern, just so that they could spice things up. And it would have been nice if we had a Ninja Wally West sporting his yellow attire. So I'm not too much of a fan of a Crimson Red or Light Red color scheme on Wally West. Again, it just doesn't bode well with that particular character. That color scheme should be reserved for Barry Allen and not Wally West. So 7 out of 10. The Nightwing, Ninja Batman, Emperor Joker, Starfire, and Black Canary salvage the line. The other two figures are decent, but they're just not worth buying. So I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.